From the ancient streets of the Athens to the modern laboratories of neuroscience, 11 philosophers have left an indelible mark on our understanding of the world and our place within it. This report delves into the lives and ideas of Socrates, Plato, Saint Augustine, René Descartes, John Locke, David Hume, Immanuel Kant, Simon Freud, Gilbert Ryle, Paul Churchland, Maurice Merleau-Ponty, and Aristotle, exploring their diverse perspectives on the topic ranging from the nature of reality to the human mind. We will examine their key arguments, their influence on subsequent generations of thinkers, and their enduring relevance in contemporary philosophical debates.
Fun facts about Gilbert Ryle. He famously called this the ghost in the machine, rejecting the notion that the mind is something separate from the body. Life and legacy of Gilbert Ryle. Gilbert Ryle was born in August 19, 1900s in Brighton, England. He studied at Oxford University, where he later became a prominent professor of philosophy. Ryle's academic career was marked by his influential work in philosophy of mind, particularly his critique of Cartesian dualism in his 1949 book, The Concept of Mind. Key contributions of Gilbert Ryle made several important contributions to philosophy, particularly through his challenge to the Descartes' idea of mind-body dualism. Ryle was also a key figure in ordinary language philosophy, which focused on how everyday language can help resolve philosophical problems. As the longtime editor of the journal Mind, he influenced the direction of British philosophy for over 2 decades. Impact of Gilbert Ryle on the world. Gilbert Ryle profoundly impacted how we think about the mind and behavior by challenging the idea of mind-body separation. His work, especially in the concept of mind, shifted focus from the abstract theories to understand mental states through observable behavior, influencing both philosophy and psychology. As editor of the Mind Journal, he shaped important philosophical discussions for over 20 years. Conclusion. Gilbert Ryle was a pivotal figure in 20th century philosophy, renowned for his groundbreaking work in philosophy of mind. By rejecting the notion of mind-body dualism and emphasizing the role of behavior in understanding mental states, he reshaped philosophical discussions and influenced the development of cognitive science and behaviorism. His contributions extended through his role as editor of Mind and his engagement with ordinary languages philosophy, making complex ideas more accessible and practical. Ryle's legacy endures in the ongoing exploration of how our thoughts and actions are interconnected, cementing his place as a key thinker in both philosophy and psychology. I am Ralph Miguelsu. Thank you for listening.
Augustine, a life of faith, philosophy, and enduring influence. Fun facts. Saint Augustine was born in 354 AD in what is now Algeria. He was a prolific writer. His words include Confessions and the City of God. He had a tumultuous early life, famously leading a hedonistic lifestyle before converting to Christianity. Saint Augustine is considered one of the first theologians to systematically address the relationship between faith and reason, life and legacy. Augustine lived during the decline of the Roman Empire and became the Bishop of Hippo in North Africa. His writings laid the foundations for much of Western Christianity and philosophy. He emphasized the importance of grace, free will, and the nature of God, influencing both Catholic and Protestant thought. His legacy continues to shape Christian theology and Western philosophy. Key contributions. Theological foundations. Augustine's explorations of original sin and divine grace shape Christian doctrines. Philosophy, his ideas about the nature of time and existence, contribute to the later philosophical discourse. Ethics and morality, he provided insights into the human nature, morality and the role of the church in society, impact on the world. Saint Augustine's influence extends beyond religion into philosophy, ethics, and politics. His thoughts on human rights and justice have inspired social movements. His works continue to be studied in the theology and philosophy courses worldwide, making him a pivotal figure in both religious and secular contexts. Conclusion: Saint Augustine's life and writings have had a profound and lasting impact on Christianity and Western thought. His ability to bridge faith and reason has influenced countless individuals and shaped the course of theological discourse. His legacy is a testament to the enduring power of ideas in transforming societies and beliefs.
In this video, I'm going to introduce Paul Churchland. Paul Churchland was born on October 21, 1942 in Vancouver, British Columbia, Canada. He is a philosopher and a professor that is known for his studies in neurophilosophy and the philosophy of the mind. Paul Churchland is most famous for his advocacy of eliminative materialism, a theory that truly rethinks our common understanding of the mind. He claimed that the sense of self originated from the brain itself and that self is a product of electrochemical signals produced by the brain. To sum things up, Churchland, a modern philosopher, argued that the self is the brain. He believed that to understand self, we need to understand neuroscience. Thoughts, emotions, and actions come from the brain, and this is what defines the self.
I will be talking about the most influential figures in philosophy. Plato. Born around 427 BCE in Athens, his real name was actually Aristocles, but he became known as Plato, a nickname that might have come from his broad shoulders or maybe his broad intellect. Plato was a devoted student of Socrates, and he immortalized his teacher by writing down many of Socrates' teaching in forms of dialogues. These writings are some of the most important sources we have about Socratic philosophy. After traveling through the Mediterranean, Plato returned to the Athens and founded the Academy around 308 BCE. It's considered the world's first university, and it continued to shape the minds for centuries after his death. Plato's ideas, like the theory of forms and allegory of the cave, challenged the way people thought about reality, knowledge, and society. His influence on Western philosophy, politics, and even education is impossible to overstate. From his teachings in academy, Plato left a legacy to continue the shape of the way we think about the world today. His quest for truth reminds us that philosophy is a timeless pursuit.
René Descartes. A quick look. Fun facts about Descartes. Descartes was known to sleep in late and often worked in bed. His famous phrase, cogito ergo sum, or in English, I think, therefore I am, is often used in pop culture. His life and legacy. He was born in 1596. Descartes was a French philosopher, mathematician, and scientist. He sought certainty in knowledge and developed the method of doubt, leading to his famous cogito statement. His work influenced modern philosophy and science, but also sparked ongoing debates about mind-body dualism. Key contributions: developed analytic geometry, which revolutionized the study of geometry. Proposed a mechanical philosophy, seeking to explain the natural world through matter and motion. Impact on the world. His emphasis on reason and systematic thought transformed Western thought. His contributions to mathematics and science laid the groundwork for future advancements. His ideas continue to be debated and explored his philosophy, science, and psychology. Conclusion: Rene Descartes was a brilliant mind who left a lasting impact on the world. His groundbreaking work continues to inspire and challenge thinkers today.
John Locke, a giant of Enlightenment thought, known for father of liberalism, Locke is considered one of the most influential thinkers of the Enlightenment, laying the groundwork for modern liberal political thought. Locke was a physician before he became a philosopher. He studied medicine at Oxford University. Locke, born in England, received a classical education at Westminster School and Christ Church, Oxford. American Revolution. Locke's ideas on natural rights and limited government directly inspired the American Revolution and the drafting of the Declaration of Independence. John Locke's legacy is one of the profound influence. His ideas on natural rights, limited government, and the social contract continue to shape our understanding of individual freedom, political power, and the relationship between the state and the individual. Remains a towering figure in the history of political thought and a key inspiration for democratic societies.
Socrates, the ancient philosopher. Fun facts about Socrates is he's often credited with the phrase "know thyself," emphasizing self-examination and the importance of personal insight and philosophical inquiry. And the life and legacy of Socrates is he was born around 470 BC in Athens, Greece. He became a foundational figure in Western philosophy, known primarily through the writings of his students like Plato. Socrates focused on ethical questions and the pursuit of virtue, laying the groundwork for future philosophical thought. Impact on the world of Socrates. Socrates profoundly influenced the landscape of philosophy by advocating for the importance of ethics and personal virtue. His methods encourage rational discourse and the examination of moral belief, shaping the development of the critical thinking in education. His legacy persists in the works of his students and the principles of democratic dialogue and inquiry. And the conclusion is he was a pivotal figure in ancient philosophy, known for his innovative approach to ethics and the pursuit of knowledge. His use of questioning to promote self-awareness and critical thoughts remains relevant today, cementing his status as one of the foundational thinkers in Western thought. Socrates' commitment to understanding the human condition continues to inspire philosophers and thinkers in their quest for wisdom and ethical living.
Immanuel Kant, the German philosopher. Fun facts: Kant was well known for following a very strict daily routine. He even got up at 5 every morning, drank his coffee at the same time every morning, and went to daily walks at specific hours. He followed his tight schedule to presently that his neighbors could set the clocks by his actions. Life and legacy. Renowned Enlightenment philosopher Immanuel Kant had a great impact on Western philosophy and is still studied and debated today. Key contributions. Kant questioned rationalist and empiricist knowing theories, contending that the structure of our minds shape how we perceive the universe and can lead to transcendental idealism, which turn our attention from the external world to human cognition. Impact of the world. By questioning received wisdom, Kant's critique of pure reason popularized transcendental idealism, which changed the focus of knowledge from the outside world to the human mind, altering epistemology and presenting fresh viewpoints. Conclusion. Human rights and accountability are shaped by Kant theories on the categorical imperative, transcendental idealism, and personal autonomy, which are still relevant in contemporary philosophy. His legacy and the resilience of reason serve as examples of how morality and knowledge can be pursued in a world that is constantly changing.
Aristotle was a student of Plato for 20 years at the Academy in Athens. Aristotle became the tutor of Alexander the Great when Alexander was just 13 years old. He established his own school, the Lyceum, in Athens, where he taught for many years. Aristotle contributed to a vast range of subjects including biology, ethics, logic, politics, metaphysics, and rhetorics. Many of Aristotle's writings have been lost over time, but what remains still forms a cornerstone of Western philosophy. He made an early attempt at classifying living organisms, which influenced biology for centuries. His life and legacy. Aristotle was born in 384 BCE in Stagera, a small town in northern Greece. He moved to Athens to study at Plato's Academy around the age of 17, where he remained for 2 decades. When Plato died, Aristotle left the academy and traveled, eventually becoming the tutor of young Macedonian prince Alexander the Great. Later, Aristotle returned to Athens and founded the Lyceum, where he conducted research and thought until his death in 322 BCE. Aristotle's legacy is immense. He is regarded as one of the greatest intellectual figures in Western history, often considered the father of logic and a pioneer in the scientific method. His writings on ethics, politics, and natural sciences form a significant foundation for both medieval scholarship and modern philosophy. His key contributions. Aristotle developed a formal system of logic known as syllogism, which influenced centuries of reasoning and scientific inquiry. His concept of virtue ethics emphasizes moral character and the golden mean, suggesting that virtue lies between excess and deficiency. Aristotle's politics analyzed various forms of government and proposed a mixed system with elements of democracy and oligarchy, impacting modern political thought. Aristotle explored the nature of existence, proposing that reality consists of substances that possess both form and matter. He made significant advances in biology, including the first comprehensive study of zoology. Aristotle's work on rhetoric provided the first systematic analysis of persuasive speech, while his poetics is foundational in literary theory, especially regarding tragedy. His impact of the world. Aristotle's works influenced Islamic, Christian, and Jewish scholars during the Middle Ages, particularly through the preservation of his texts by Muslim scholars. His philosophy was a foundation for Christian theology, especially through figures like Thomas Aquinas. In the Renaissance, Aristotle's ideas experienced a resurgence that helped shape modern science, politics, and ethics. His influence remains strong in modern philosophy, political theory, and the scientific method. Aristotle's life and work left an enduring legacy that shaped not only ancient philosophy but also the trajectory of Western thought for centuries to come. His contributions to logic, ethics, politics, and the sciences provided the intellectual framework for subsequent generations of scholars, making him one of the most influential thinkers in history.
Sigmund Freud, an Austrian neurologist, was the founder of psychoanalysis, a therapeutic method that focuses on understanding the mind and behavior through talk therapy. He introduced concepts like the unconscious mind and defense mechanisms, suggesting that hidden thoughts and feelings influence our behavior. Freud believed dreams reveal hidden desires and emotions, and that personality is shaped by specific childhood experiences. His theories laid the groundwork for modern psychotherapy, encouraging people to explore their emotions and past experiences. Despite ongoing debates about their validity, Freud's emphasis on the complexity of human thought and behavior continues to resonate, shaping discussions on mental health and personal development today.
David Hume, known for his empiricism, skepticism, and naturalism. Fun fact about him. A fun fact about David Hume is that he was a prolific writer and often claimed to be a man of letters. Despite his serious philosophical contributions, he had a great sense of humor and enjoyed socializing. He was known to have a lively personality and was a well-liked figure in intellectual circles. Hume even had a penchant for dining and would often host gatherings where he would engage in discussions with friends and fellow thinkers, blending philosophy, lively conversation. Life and legacy. David Hume was born on April 26, 1711 in Edinburgh, Scotland. He studied at the University of Edinburgh and later became a writer. His important book, like A Treatise of Human Nature and Inquiry Concerning Human Understanding, made him a well-known philosopher. Hume believed that we learn from our experience and that our affects our ideas about right and wrong. He also questions religious beliefs. In his book, Dialogue Concerning Natural Religion, Hume passed away on August 25, 1776, and his ideas still influence many areas today. Key distribution. Hume questioned any impression gives rise to the idea of self, that impressions must continue invariably the same through the whole course of our lives, since self is supposed to exist after that manner. Impact of the world. Hume is a central figure in philosophy, particularly for his ideas of empiricism and skepticism. He argued that knowledge comes from sensory experience, challenging rationalist views. This led the groundwork for later philosophers, the Immanuel Kant, who grappled with Hume's insights. In conclusion, David Hume is a key figure in philosophy whose ideas have greatly influenced our understanding of knowledge, ethics, and religion. He argued that knowledge comes from experience and that our feelings shape our sense of right and wrong. His critiques of religious beliefs and insights into human nature still resonate today. Hume's work encourages critical thinking and questions established views, ensuring his lasting impact of philosophy and beyond.